Hare Krishna devotees, welcome to our Srimad Bhagavatam Stuti series. Today's shloka is shloka number 38 of chapter 8, canto 1 in Kunti's prayers. Kevayam nama rupabhyam
Kevayam nama rupabhyam
yadubhis saha pandavaha
yadubih saha pandavaha
bhavato darshanam yarhi
bhavato darshanam yarhi
rishikanamiveshituho.
rishikanamiveshituhu.
Word for word meaning translation purport by His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
K. Who are.
Vayam.
We. Nama
Rupabhyam.
Without fame and ability. Yadubihi. With the Yadus. Saha. Along with. Pandavaha. And the Pandavas. Bhavataha. Your. Adarshanam. Absence. Yarhi. As if. Rishikanam. Of the senses. Iva. Like. Ishituhu. Ishituhu. Of the living being. Translation. As the name and fame of a particular body is finished.
As the name and fame of a particular body is finished.
With the disappearance of the living spirit. Similarly, if you do not look upon us. All our fame and activities. Along with the Pandavas and Yadus. Will end at once. Okay. So here Prabhupada is writing, Kunti Devi is quite aware that the existence of the Pandavas is due to Sri Krishna only. The Pandavas are undoubtedly well established in name and fame and are guided by the great king Yudhishthira, who is morality personified. And the Yadus are undoubtedly great allies. But without the guidance of Lord Krishna, all of them are non-entities, as much as the senses of the body are useless without the guidance of consciousness. No one should be proud of his prestige, power, and fame without being guided by the favor of the Supreme Lord. The living beings are always dependent, and the ultimate dependable object is the Lord Himself. We may therefore invent by our advancement of material knowledge all sorts of counteracting material resources, but without being guided by the Lord, all such inventions end in fiasco, however strong and stout the reactionary elements may be. So in his lecture in Los Angeles on this particular shloka, Prabhupada says that with death, the body is simply a lump of matter. So when it becomes that lump of matter, everything else ends. Your fame, your power, your education, your accomplishments, everything comes to zero. So when the energy is withdrawn, or when Krishna is not there, then Prabhupada says we're all finished. So without Krishna's energy, nothing is possible. Now, interestingly, Prabhupada says that the Mayavadis don't accept energy principle, but they only accept the energetic. That is why they are called Mayavadis. They don't accept energy to be real. That energy is false. That's what they believe in. But if there is energetic, there has to be energy. If there is sun, there is sunshine. And there is the sun god who is operating the globe and the sunshine. But they believe in the energetic alone. First, the Lord says, Bhumira Purnalo Vayu Kammano Buddhirevacha. So the Lord is clearly saying in the Bhagavad Gita that these 8 energies are my separated energies. So the power is always there. The Shakti potency is always there. But it can be used for good or it can be misused also for nefarious purposes. Just because we don't see the powerhouse, we cannot think that the energy does not exist. So essentially, the energy is being used. Prabhupada takes the examples of so many appliances. At that time, Prabhupada's classes were recorded on a tape recorder. Prabhupada says this tape recorder, this microphone, they are all utilizing the energy. So it runs on the principle that the powerhouse is somewhere. You cannot see the powerhouse, but you experience the powerhouse through the presence of that energy that is running so many different appliances. And then Prabhupada says, we must also understand that there is a person behind that powerhouse who's operating that powerhouse. So the Lord says, Maya Tyakshena Prakritihi Suyate Sacharacharam. So behind all of that energy, that powerhouse, Krishna is saying, I am there. Hence Kunti Devi is saying, when this spirit soul exits the body, then everything else comes to a naught. Name, fame, everything. And she's specifically taking 2 examples, the Pandavas and the Yadus. The fame of the Pandavas comes because of their association with Krishna. The fame of the Yadu dynasty comes because of their association with Krishna. That means everything is coming from Krishna. So how do you understand the Shakti potency? Prabhupada explains that Durga works like a shadow of the Supreme Lord. Wherever the Lord goes, she is there, but she is there in a presence that is experienced very differently by those who are not devotees of the Lord. So the Yadus were famous because of the potency of the Lord. Arjuna became famous as the greatest archer because the Lord gives him that potency. Once the war is over, the Lord simply withdraws that potency from Arjuna, so much so he's not able to protect the Lord's wives. He becomes useless. He was so easily defeated. And he laments that. And he recognizes that it is only because of Krishna he was able to become a powerful warrior, a powerful archer. So here, Kevayam, Kunti is asking, what is our value without Krishna? If there is no Krishna, there is no value. And Prabhupada explains beautifully that consciousness means Krishna consciousness, because if we're not Krishna conscious, then we are not conscious at all. So only if we are Krishna conscious can we really call ourselves a human being. Just like without the sun, there cannot be sunshine. So no Krishna means no consciousness. Therefore, Prabhupada says this institution is named Krishna consciousness. So all the bhogis, they are all busy enjoying their senses. To enjoy their senses, they have to steal from Krishna. That's what Prabhupada says. When you steal from Krishna, you are actually enjoying it. And then Prabhupada explains, yes, there is the bhogi, but there is also the tyagi. The tyagi says, nothing is mine, so better I stay away from it. That is also not proper. Why? Because then you're rejecting Krishna's energy. You could use Krishna's energy for your benefit and for the benefit of the rest of society. The saying not mine is also not acceptable, because that is falgu vairagya, false renunciation. Whereas a bhakta knows how to use everything in the service of Krishna. So if Krishna himself is gone, Kunti Devi is saying, of what use am I? This body is as good as a lump of matter. Without you, life does not exist. So Hrishikena, Hrishikesha Sevanam Bhaktiruchyate. So the senses have no value unless they are utilized in the service of Krishna. That's what that shloka means. So Kunti Devi is accepting that the fame of the Pandavas, the Yadus, everything is derived from Krishna. And if he leaves, everything will be finished.
If you like our videos, please subscribe to our channel and turn on the bell notification. If you'd like to join our classes every day, please check the details in the description section of this video. We look forward to serving you.